Welcome in to Dumke Field at Westminster University for the girls 4A semifinal between the Bear River Bears and the Provo Bulldogs. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. Pleased to be joined by Coach Melissa Nash out of Brighton High School. Coach, welcome.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here today.
Broadcasting debut. Super excited to have you. As Bear River, the top seed in 4A, they're riding a 50-plus game winning streak. It's been an unreal 3 years for Bear River as they're in the road or the home whites here, controlling the draw. We'll get into players and matchups of this game as it proceeds, but the heavy favorite, I think, in 4A, taking on the 4-seeded Provo Bulldogs wearing the road black, and this is a game that should be interesting. Provo has some great scores. Bear River obviously has a ton of great scores, really kind of strength on strength here this evening.
Bear River out to an early draw with Shelby Wilkinson, their senior top player out there.
Shelby, 83 goals, 53 assists this year. It's a phenomenal year for her and a phenomenal career. A senior. We cap it off with one more state titles. Rolling right in front and scoring. It is Webb, the freshman, with the goal. Janine Webb makes it 1-0.
A freshman crease roll. Nice work working on that right-handed crease roll. You know, as a freshman, she's tall out there. I wish I had some of that height. That would be nice.
You know, one of the things, obviously scoring there, her 60th of the year. But according to stats reports, she's great on the draw as well. She's like 800, I believe, on draw this year.
Oh, wow.
If I'm reading the stats correctly. Like 873.
That's impressive. That's amazing. Yeah, we'll see her right here, I think, going up for the draw.
This one will be awarded to Provo.
I'm not sure what that was. Might have been a false start on Bear River.
We do want to remind you the clock you see on your screen, unofficial. At times we start it early, stop it late. Do our best to keep it true with the official clock here in the stadium. As a charge going to go the way of Bear River.
Unfortunate for Provo. Trying to push the tempo right there, looking for that drive. Bear River comes up with it.
That's kind of a tough thing, right? You're going up against, I call them the favorite, the number one seed, undefeated several years in a row. It's so easy to push, right, and try to do too much and get a call just like that.
Exactly. You're excited. You want that first goal. You want to set up your team. It's easy to get those charge calls. We don't see them very much. Offensive calls are a little less called than defensive calls, but they do happen.
Remind me, did you play offense or defense?
I was a midi. I did the draw.
Okay.
All day on that center circle.
Here's Bear River. This is Briel. Working to Webb. Nice job coming from X.
Shut
down. Beautiful save by Layton, the goalie, getting the start today. It's Kierstead with the finish for Bear River to make it 2-0.
That was a beautiful recovery by Bear River. A good feed inside to, was that Janine Webb? And then she backdoor fed it back up top with a beautiful inside finish.
And it's one of the challenges when you play Bear River. We talk about Wilkinson, her 83 goals, phenomenal. Webb now at 60. Call, another freshman, she's got 58. Criddle with 57. Briel with 40. The offense just never ends, and it's just relentless. And you see, you give up a rebound or a second chance, and it's back of the net just like that.
Yeah, over and over again. They've had a lot of practice this year scoring goals, you can tell.
387 goals for Bear River as a team this year. 19-0. That's 20 goals a game.
Nice draw control for Provo. I like that hustle on the center circle. Beautiful transition upfield.
There's the OC. Holding it here, trying to roll back. Look at the Bear defense there, Coach.
I like that crash. Good, clean crash on the inside.
This will be Izzy Moyes. Got things going here for the Bulldogs. Sent back here behind goal. Barry. Try to get that over. Pressure here.
Those little mistakes in the big game like this, you got to be careful with those turnovers.
They add up quickly.
Nice inside feed.
A shot and a save made by Wise. One of the things we didn't talk about, but both Wise and I think as Smart as the other goalie, both over 500 save percentage for Bear River coming into this one.
Yeah, they look strong.
Webb. Show some patience here. We'll toss back to Wilkinson.
Good
Shelby,
feed.
yeah, trying to feed Webb again.
Dane, I have to say, being on this side of the field, there's a good energy over here.
It's fun, huh?
I'm not used to being on this side with the fans.
Oh, yeah.
This is fun.
We're right in the teeth of the fans.
This is awesome.
Occasionally we have to break fights up and all sorts of stuff, Coach.
Be interesting when the refs make a bad call, though, right?
Oh, it gets loud. You hear everything. Bear River here settling it down. This is Criddle.
So far, I like the pace of Bear River, knowing when to push and when to slow down.
Criddle looking for that extra gear. Wise, wide open. Excuse me.
Oh,
That was Webb with the shot. And
another good save.
yeah. Talk about the save percentage for the Bear River keeps, but Tinley Layton also over 500 save percentage this year for Provo has been critical for the success the Dogs have had this year.
Keeping them in it.
Region champs, 10-0 in region play are the Bulldogs. Wilkinson. Boy, just kind of trotting right in front of the crease.
Yeah.
Don't know if I've ever seen that.
Flag goes up. She'll get a shot maybe on the first inside hash. Compliments to the refs today. They've done a great job.
They have. So Wilkinson here from 8 meters.
She has a wide open teammate other side of the hash. Let's see if she takes that.
Oh, nice move to the middle there.
Oh.
Yeah, draws the shooting space.
That was high lax IQ to look for that shooting space, pump that shot. She'll get another chance.
And this will be straight away for Shelby. The top goal scorer here in a prime goal scoring position. She'll shoot.
Oh.
Looking for that corner, just missed. Might have had a stick check there affect it.
Yeah. Oh, good inside
Quick
feed.
on it. And that trickles in for Wilkinson.
Unlucky for that goalie, but great awareness on the Bear River side when to get that feed inside.
Well, they were quick on that start,
That
Coach.
was quick. That was quick.
Caught me by surprise. Maybe caught some of that defense by surprise.
Yeah, for sure.
Good start here for Bear River. If you're Provo, I mean, had to spend a lot of time on the defensive end. How do you try to get possession and get on offense?
Lacrosse is a game of runs. I think they just need a little bit of a spark. They've done well on the draw. Keep hustling on the draw. Try to get one in the back of the net. Start that run. Get some momentum going.
This will be Briel in to take this draw for Bear River.
Looks like Provo has a runner on the far side of that circle. It's a technique trying to beat that girl on the inside. Redraw. She needs to be careful not to hit that center circle too soon, or that will be a false start on
So
Provo.
How do you time that, or do the officials sometimes see that and maybe play a little bit with the start?
You just have to time it perfectly. If she touches that line before the whistle goes off, that's a false start on Provo. So she's got to time it really, really carefully. But if she's done it all season, you trust her as a coach to do it correctly. Nice draw.
Draw controlled by Bear River again.
On my team, we call that a one-time touch. She didn't bobble that. She just touched it one time.
Here's Paige, and that's saved.
Man, that goalie, she is keeping them in this.
Yeah, Layton has been strong here early. And this is Pagnani with it, trying to work through this Bear River D. A little bit of space now for Moyes. As we're past the halfway point here in this opening quarter, 4A semifinal. There's Emma Scott near line. Nice stick check by Kierstead, but a whistle here.
It's a great swarm by Bear River. Hopefully Provo can just get it up the field. Great pass.
Yeah, right to the middle where there's room.
Good long pass.
I feel like a lot of the teams that have won semis today, consistent theme has been that pressure. They have been up, really putting pressure on, making clears tough. And
A good ride makes a big difference.
That's sealed away there by Pearson. Yossi trying to work around, not much room.
Here they go, working it around, trying to find a different spot. Bear River is really good at shutting down that drive from the top of the 12, maybe if they can find a different spot.
Trying to feed in
Nice
front.
feed.
Quick turn, that's saved away. Brighton Wise with the save to keep Provo.
I gotta say, I like that name, Brighton Wise. That's a pretty good name right
there. That'll resonate with you.
Oh, so close to that interception.
That pass just a touch beyond Pagnani's deflection. Here's Shelby. Wilkinson trying to work around Moyes.
That's a good matchup right there with Wilkinson and Moyes right there. Slowing down the tempo again, giving their middies a break from those transition runs.
Inside 4 to go. Our clock a little delayed. We'll get that remedied for you. There's Wilkinson.
Still looking for feeds. I like that she has her eyes up. Looking for feeds. Good defense by Moyes, knocking that ball out.
And just knocked loose, disrupted the timing there. Kierstead plays over. Kerrigan.
Here we go, Bear River!
Criddle with it as we approach 3 to go in the first quarter.
Here we go, Lady Bears!
There's that quick burst again. Ella Criddle scoring to make it 4-0 Bears.
They like that crease roll play. They do a lot of inside feeds, and then that crease roll is something they rely on a lot.
And Provo going to take a timeout as the Bears start impressive once again. 4-0 Bear River leading Provo here in the 4A semifinal.
With a Tab Spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Oh, Bear River leading Provo. Coach, I mean, if you're the Bulldogs, have had some impressive saves early, but what are you telling your team in that timeout?
Keep fighting. It's not over till it's over. I've seen teams come back from much more than 4 goals down. So again, like I said, find that spark, keep hustling, one play at a time.
This one off the draw, captured by Criddle.
Another one touch, I love that.
Oh, and a kick save by Layton. She didn't quite know where that was, but it stayed out.
These goalies, they're doing a great job.
You see that pressure, making that clear through the middle hard. We come near side, Tucker.
Good clear out.
Works to Martin, now looking upfield.
Here's a hustle play.
Boy, Pearson able to come gather it. I thought Park had a shot to get there, but you even saw how aggressive Wise was coming out like she was going to play that.
Those are the plays I loved as a player, where you could just out-hustle someone, get to that ball. Good momentum shifts.
Wilkinson. Oh, nice little move. Good recovery there by Tucker, but going to be called here.
She'll get a spot on the second inside hash. That's interesting. I thought she was going to take that shot for sure.
Yeah, I did too. Inside 2 to go here, opening quarter.
Let's see if Layton can hold this one off.
Shelby thought about it.
Interesting. I love seeing how strong these top players are in their left hand as much as they are in their right hand.
Wilkinson behind goal here. Webb will give it back.
Looks like they're setting up that same play just on the other side of the crease this time. The same, looking for the feeds on the inside, maybe looking for the crease roll next. Keeping their defenders busy, then looking for the feeds inside.
Wilkinson goes to Criddle.
Good strong lefty.
Shelby slides through and scores.
A nice lefty shot. That looked to me like the exact same play they've been running in the first quarter, just on the opposite side of the goal.
When you think you've got kind of that lane taken away, she just splits the double team. And
yeah. I always tell my team, you take what the defense gives you. Take that lane. That was a good lefty shot. Again, I love seeing players that can use their left just as much as their right.
Makes it very hard to defend. And Bear River's been tough to defend, been tough to get possession here in this first quarter for Provo.
Let's see if Provo can come up with this draw.
It cannot. It's brought down by
Another good
Brill.
one touch.
Kierstead. Wilkinson. See that slide coming over. Criddle, quick step, and that's saved by Layton.
Layton, player of the game for me right now.
No kidding.
She's doing amazing.
Could very easily be 10-0.
Yeah. Staying confident in there.
Inside 10 to go. 4 seconds left. That pass off the mark, and that will do it for the first quarter.
I like them.
5-0. The defending 4A state champions with a 5-0 lead at the end
I like
of one.
number 11 in there. She just disrupted that feed. That could have been another shot for them, but number 11, great defense right there.
End of one. We'll be back. You're watching the 4A semifinal on KSLSports.com.
With a Tab Spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Start of our second quarter, 5-0. Bear River leading Provo. Impressive start for the Bears. I think dominated possession, probably 80-20, 75-25, Coach.
Yeah, unfortunate for Provo.
This draw.
Nice draw control.
Oh, won by Bear River again. I thought Provo was going to get that one.
Me too. I was hopeful for that.
Now Provo, see if they can work on the clear here, Bartholomew.
There we go. There we go.
Well done. Seeing some space, kind of working through it.
Yeah.
Here's Yossi.
In games like this, I always tell my team we just have to start stringing good things together. So a couple passes like that hopefully just gave Provo some confidence. Good transition up the field. Now they have possession at the start of the second. Hopefully this will help them.
Yossi, boy, there's just no room for her to work. We talk about 380 goals for Bear River. Provo scored 300 this year.
Yeah.
Yossi's got 83 of those. Moyes has 63, but they've been held scoreless to this point. Bear River on the counter. Oh, sent to the middle.
Way to find her. Oh, good defense right there.
Yeah. Yeah, that might have been a goal-saving play.
Yes. Nothing quite as demoralizing for a goalie as a fast break goal. So anything you can do to slow down a fast break goal helps.
That was Tucker there defensively. Brielle still with it here. Moyes knocked it loose. Ground ball.
I like that no call from the refs. Let them play that out.
It's funny because, parents always yell, let them play,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, let them play.
I've heard that a lot today. As we do get a card being shown here. First one of the game. So Provo.
Maybe I spoke too soon on that one.
Yeah. Well, check to the head's not really a let them play call, right? For safety reason, that one should be, will be, but player advantage here for Provo. See if this can help them get some traction offensively.
Oh, look at that speed.
Yeah, no kidding, huh?
You know a girl with blue cleats is going to have some speed out there.
Found an extra gear. Barry continuing here. Coach, speaking of that, how does the turf here at Westminster play differently than maybe turfs at other high schools?
Oh, nice.
Oh, there we go. First goal of the game.
That's a
Little bit of
great
sidewinder
move.
shot
Yes,
there.
I love that move from Izzy Moyes. Faked out her defender and her goalie. That was a great move. Good play by the senior leader, Izzy Moyes.
Moyes with the goal, her 64th of the year. And an uncustomary looking shot there.
Yeah.
Maybe caught Wise by surprise. But does this field play differently here at Westminster at all?
You know, I haven't played on this field since I was in college, which was a very long time ago.
Well, you've coached on it. Your teams have played on it. Like,
Yeah.
have you seen it play differently with your teams?
I don't think I've seen it play differently. There's just a different energy here. You come here for semifinals. It's May. You know, there's that spring energy here. There's just that excitement. I think everyone plays faster here, and I don't know if it's the turf or if it's just that energy. But I think you saw it, especially in that Sky Ridge Mountain Ridge game. Those girls were moving fast
Yeah,
in
they
that
were.
game.
They were.
In all the games today, the girls just seem like they're moving faster today. And maybe it's the turf, maybe it's just the semifinal energy.
Could be a combination
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
right? It's one of the great things about good championship week, semis and finals is you get to see that. But the unfortunate thing is that for one team you see it all end,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
hard. Hard for players, hard for coaches.
This field holds a lot of memories for a lot of lacrosse players, I think. It's a special lacrosse field here.
Westminster does such a great job of always making sure we're taking care of Wilkinson.
Oh,
Feeding to
great-
the middle
oh,
for Criddle.
That would have been a really pretty shot. Just couldn't come up with it.
Jarred loose, a block here. We'll give it back to Provo.
I appreciate that call by the ref. I think that was the right call.
Bulldogs here working up through
Good speed.
the middle. Here's Barry. She's got some help.
Nice.
Feet in
Oh.
front. Couldn't connect with Moser.
Good opportunity by Provo. Like I said earlier, it just takes a couple good plays, good stringing the plays together for Provo.
Oh, and Provo was trying to
dang
attack there quickly. They're going to have to reset this. Would have had a great look there for Moyes.
Good opportunity for Provo to go on a run right here.
Oh, nice play by Wise.
Yeah. Just didn't realize how tall the Bear River goalie
Right.
is.
Oh, how about that clear? My goodness.
Nice clear.
And just like that, Bear River with numbers.
Right to Webb.
Look out. Oh, kick saved by Layton. Wow. Fed in front.
Nice crash by Provo. Good defense. The energy in the second quarter has been much different.
Very good. As this will be Hadley Kerrigan, the senior. Straight away. A little stick check there, and Kerrigan with the goal for Bear River.
Nice shot. Layton was almost there. Hopefully Provo can keep up this energy. Good shot by Bear River.
Did a nice job kind of ducking underneath those stick checks and able to hold on to it long enough to get a shot away. (6-1) here, 7:40 to go, opening half.
Looks like Kylie Pagnani is on the draw for Provo. She's a junior.
Looks like they've stopped those running starts and just... Oh, no, never mind. She was just further back on that
She
start.
was just hiding from you back there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, Moyes a little aggressive there.
Yeah.
You see no intention. But
Oh, good sportsmanship. I like the pats on the back, helping each other up.
Criddle.
Oh, I think Moyes had a touch on that.
I think she did.
Yeah, that was awesome. You can see the sparkle in their eyes when you can see a hanging stick like that from a defender.
Yeah, right. Trying to get that up with Kierstead.
Nice. There we go.
There's Pagnami. Ooh, dangerous pass there right in front of the goal.
Yeah.
Taken back. Criddle looping around, and that one just
nice.
wide. How about Layton on the chase there, able to win it for the Dogs?
More good speed.
Bulldogs here working to clear. Bartholomew. Oh, nice speed here from Yossi. Bear River able to get back. She'll give here to Moser.
Provo's had an incredible season.
Yeah, they have.
They're region champs, right?
Yep. 10-0 in region, 16-3 this year. Mentioned their offense, over 300 goals this year. Just barely lost to Woods Cross. They beat Alta, who's a playoff team, beat Timview.
Yeah.
1-goal game against Lehigh.
Megan Jensen from Provo is the Utah national team coach, heading to Boston this weekend.
That's awesome.
Good for her.
Bear River back on it. They've got
Good
players down the
transition.
field.
Great one-on-one defense.
Boy, that pass.
Oh,
That pass. I mean, Kierstead able to trust that Braille's going to be there, and she was.
yes. That was a great catch. Great finish.
Makes it 7-1 Bears. Just get the ball up the field so quickly. It's like if your defense is pushing up at all, you're in trouble.
Those are the drills you work on in practice where you make your defense choose. Do I pick up the ball or do I pick up the girl behind me? Which is the biggest threat? That first defense had a great one-on-one stop. It's a tricky situation for a defender.
Sun's starting to set here. You'll see shadows start to creep across the field. Nothing like shadows to mess with a goalie, as we'll get stoppage here.
Oh,
This will be Provo possession.
I am not sure what happened there. That looked like a white-on-white call.
Yossi picking it up. Yeah. I mean, Bear River just had that wall set up. There's nowhere to go.
They have really great defense from the top of the 8 meter. I think Provo needs to try getting on the inside from a different spot.
Gabriel plays to Kerrigan, couldn't connect. Scott here to start. Park.
Good ground ball.
Yeah. We'll come back and keep that. Here's McFarland. Pass couldn't be gathered in. Provo gives it up.
The back and forth, we got to be careful with these turnovers.
Especially in a situation like this, against a team like this.
Yeah.
Just don't have a lot of extra possessions to give. Is contact there, the block. Alyssa Brielle. Looking up there for Brooklyn.
my team likes to focus on the big three. Draw controls, ground balls, and turnovers. If you can do those three well, you're going to win games.
A lot of games.
Yep.
Right now, it feels like Bear River has an advantage in each of those three, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. There's a big ground ball. That's one of the big three.
It's going to come back here. Park. So we approach the 3-minute mark. Nani working near side with Barry.
Oh, good feed
In
inside.
front. Moyes, the shot hit off the post.
Oh, she got her own rebound. That was great recovery. I think if Provo can slow things down a little bit, give themselves some time.
Get some better looks.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. They don't need to force it. Oh.
Feeding Moyes. That one's saved away.
They're getting okay looks, but it feels a little bit frantic. Moyes getting her own recovery on that one. That was impressive.
That was.
Right off the pipe, right back to her stick.
Provo's still on it. Moyes trying to get free. D staying right with her.
Yeah.
Cutter there by Chambers, but couldn't connect. Right in front of the crease.
Good defense on 13. Nice and clean D.
Oh, you saw Chambers come in, try to provide support.
Great ground ball pickup. Way to hold that for your team.
Kept here by Pagnani. Fed in the middle, and shooting space here, the call.
Do you feel like you understand shooting space?
No, I'm still learning it.
My dad is still learning too. 20 years later.
Yeah,
it's a tricky one.
It is. So an 8-meter opportunity here for Provo. Martin, the shot and the save. Looking top corner and Wise was wise to it.
It looked like a good shot for me.
Yep.
The goalie had a great eye on that as well.
Just like that. Kierstead stood up. We'll stop this. 54 seconds left.
I like that one-on-one defense again. That was good down there.
You got to be willing to be physical with teams that are going to be physical, right?
Exactly.
Eight-meter start here.
Especially, again, if it's going to lead to a fast break goal.
Right.
I'd rather give my goalie a shot, a penalty
Agreed.
shot. Especially if it's going to lead to something like that.
This will go back to Provo.
I'm not sure what happened on that, why it's Provo's ball.
Sorry, I'm looking around a post, so I missed it too.
I think that's going to be a false start.
They'll show patience with that one, I think.
Yeah. I don't know what the call was, so I don't know if it had to be on a whistle start.
Here's Moyes.
Oh.
They just make it so tough.
Yeah.
Bear River has it. Wilkinson trying to protect that possession. And here's room now for Criddle. 20 seconds left in the half.
Here's another one of those drills you practice. At the end of every practice, 10 seconds. Can you score?
Webb, she can.
And they can.
Excuse me, it was Brielle with the goal for Bear River. Her second today. Been an impressive half for this Bear River squad.
How many have they scored this half?
This half?
I mean quarter.
3.
Okay. A lot can happen in 10 seconds.
It can. This is where, if you're Provo, you don't want to let more damage be done late. We saw that in the 5A semi, or 6A, my apologies. And Criddle couldn't quite catch up to it.
Now's when you just want the clock to stop.
And that will do it. First half in the books, 8-1 Bear River. Looking really strong here in the 5A semifinal, 4A semifinal. Ready to start our second half here. 8-1 Bear River leading Provo in this semifinal. Dane Stewart, Coach Nash with you out of Brighton High School. Coach, your thoughts of that first half?
Bear River came out hot, 8-1. They had a fire under them, but Provo did too. Provo had some good moments, so hopefully they can string some together here.
Another draw that is won by Bear River. They continue to be strong on getting possession and have been strong, particularly from the draw. As they'll start here with a 12-meter opportunity.
Those half times go fast when you have a lot to say as a coach. I'm sure Provo had a lot of things that they wanted to fix in there.
I mean, if you're Provo, is it just kind of stay with our plan, or are there certain things that you think, hey, adjust this, change this?
I don't think you go into any halftime making major changes as a high school coach, but I think there are things that you tweak. Maybe there's a player you pick up on that's having a good game.
Got it, GLE, and Criddle with the goal. What's really set up by the play of Wilkinson freeing up GLE.
Absolutely. That crease roll play that they rely on, and instead of going for the crease roll, they went for that back pass off that crease roll.
And you have to respect Shelby and her ability to make a play from that. It's the pressure they put on opposing defenses.
You expect her to take it as the star of the show, but of course, you got to respect everybody on the field.
It's one of the things I've really grown to appreciate. I think this year, I've covered the sport for about 4 years now, still learning it, but one of the things I've really grown to appreciate this year are players and teams who have high assist numbers, because it speaks to that, right? That ball moves and unselfish play and a lot of great things. And you see a lot of the teams that are advancing to championships this year have that element in their offense.
Absolutely, the ball movement and being able to feed inside.
This will be Provo possession. Trying to feed that ahead for Park. Collected. Trying to center to Moyes. That's a tough area to fit that pass into. Moyes still comes up with it.
I like that Provo is still trying to feed into the middle. They're not just relying on drives. They trust their teammates enough.
Pagnani. Sends back with Settle. Excuse me, that was Barry. Moser feeding Moyes, little turn. Boy, that room just gets taken away.
Yeah. Good defensive stop. You can tell Bear River knows that Moyes is their strongest player.
Yeah.
They've done their game film on her.
Really been kind of locking her away with Criddle, who's got a pair of goals today as well. It's been an impressive all-around game today for Ella.
Mm-hmm. That was a hold call. Provo will get it at the dot.
Barry trying to weave through, plays right in front of the crease.
They just did that exact same play that Bear River did on that first goal of the second half.
Oh, Wise again. Able to deflect it out of the air.
Oh, a great interception by Provo. Great pass to Pagnani.
Here's Park. The cover there, we'll leave it here. Fed in front, Moyes the cut. Oh. Wise again.
Great catch, great shot. Right off the goalie.
Probably the longest sustained pressure that Provo's been able to put on.
Yeah. Oh, same play.
Yeah, trying to find Moyes, could not connect. Kept here, Park.
Not sure who that pass was to, but Provo will keep it.
A little bit of room here. Yossi.
Provo's ball movement in this half looks
been much better. Wise again. She's probably got 3 or 4 of those in this game.
Yeah.
Wilkinson, nice move. Pagnani trying to force her into the corner. Here comes Kerrigan.
Good inside feed. Nice shot.
Kerrigan with the assist, able to find Kierstead for her second of the game.
All these names are sounding very familiar. These all must be younger sisters of previous Bear River players.
It wouldn't shock me. I mean, it's quite a culture up there. Coach
Yeah.
Webb has helped to build and establish.
I know they have a strong youth program up there as well.
It's amazing what winning does, right?
Right?
I mean, it brings
It does.
kids
Everyone
out.
wants to win.
Yep. Except for me. I'm a fan of losers, so if I told you my favorite teams, you'd get a sense for that, Coach.
Who's your favorite team?
Well, what sport?
Football.
I'm a Cardinals fan.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
There's your first mistake.
there's loser one. In baseball, I'm a Pirates fan. We're not even playing baseball right now. So
What about college?
I'm an Idaho Vandal fan. We're awful.
Oh, man. Yeah, you do know how to
I
pick
told
them.
you. Yeah, I
know
pick
how to
them.
pick 'em.
I pick them. This one lost in front of the crease. Bear
Good
River
ground
back
ball.
on it.
Good transition.
Trying to get it up to Webb. Oh, what a snag by Webb. Help in front.
Oh, wow.
I mean, she barely catches that before that is on goal. Heck of a play there for Bear River.
That's a great quick stick goal right in the back of the net.
Kierstead with her third of the game. A Hattie for Emma.
We should have timed that from when that ground ball happened on this side of the field to that
No
side of the
kidding,
field.
huh?
That was fast.
And now with a 10-goal lead, running clock here. We've had running clocks in, I think, now 4 of our 5 games
Oh, wow.
today. Sky Ridge, Mountain Ridge was the only one.
That was a good game.
It was a great game.
I can't wait to keep watching Summer Buchner. She is talented.
It's crazy because it's not just Summer. That whole team are freshmen. I mean, it's
yeah,
unreal.
they're all young.
So hold here. We'll give this to Provo.
Let's see if we can see Provo do more of that controlled ball movement.
Moser here works to Park. Now back.
They got to be careful with their feeds on the inside. Make the right pass, not necessarily the first pass.
That one couldn't be handled. They were trying to feed Martin on her way to the crease. Space for Webb. Got to help to her right.
Ooh. Another one for freshman Janine Webb.
Really like they send that outside to Page and allow that defense to open up just a little bit, get it right back to Webb for the goal. So 12-1 the score here for the Bears. Of course, we've got one more semifinal for you. That game will be at 8 o'clock. Waterford and Payson. The 2 and 3 seeds in this 4A state tournament.
Should be a good one. I'm excited to watch that.
I am too. I was looking at that game before and thought that had a chance to be a real competitive game. And of course, Payson was in the championship last year against these Bears. Fought very hard in that game. Chambers.
I do think the time of possession has changed in this quarter.
It has. It has.
Provo's had the ball more than. Oh, nice
Worked
catch.
in front.
Oh.
I don't think that made its way through, and Wise able to track it. I don't think that first shot made it to Wise. I think a player stepped in front, but man, you talk about the commitment to defense. Wise now caught, and will be, called here.
You can feel the excitement whenever a goalie's out of the crease.
Yeah,
Every
right?
player wants that opportunity to shoot on an empty net.
And we've got a whistle here. This is going to be a card being shown. Penalty here on Provo.
Oh, dang it.
Speaking of goalies, I don't mean to bring up like something that'll probably strike you at your core, Coach, but still one of the favorite calls I've ever had, one of the favorite plays I've ever seen. It's Park City Brighton boys game last year, regular season.
I know exactly what we're going to talk about.
It was an overtime goalie goal.
I know.
Unreal.
I know.
Ran the length of the field.
That one hurt a little bit.
That is still like one of the
Way to
most
open a wound.
unbelievable plays I've ever seen in my life.
Yes. Hey, but Brighton got him back in the
They
playoffs.
did. They did.
Yeah,
they did.
They got him when it counted. If I can say this, Duck was the goalie of that game.
Yep.
And I taught at Brighton for 5 years. Duck was one of my students. Duck was one of my favorite students I ever taught. He was just a good kid. And he plays at Westminster now, and he's a really good kid.
Did you talk to him about that play? Or was that we don't talk about that one?
I never did. I wasn't teaching him at that time. I had already taught him.
Okay.
So he wasn't in my class at the time. But again, he won when it counted. So
He did. He had a great year last year for
did.
that
He
Bengal
did.
squad.
that whole team.
They were great.
Those boys were. I taught most of that team at Brighton, and they were just an incredible team off the field and on the field. So really proud of that team and those boys and Coach O'Donnell.
Done a great job getting that program built in 5A. It's a powerhouse right now.
That's
Yossi.
right. My girls team
cut
is
off.
just trying to keep up with them, you know? We're just trying to keep up.
Great time to be a Brighton Lacrosse fan, that's for sure. That pass disrupted.
Provo's doing a great job getting those ground balls back. Oh,
Wise again. She really is an extra defender for this
She is.
Bear River defense.
that's a couple caused turnovers for her on this
Yep.
game.
Here's Emma Scott.
Again, Provo with the possession, though.
No quit.
You got to be proud of that as a
Yeah.
coach.
With this Bear River D, they just know what's going on. I mean, there's not a cutter that's uncovered. I mean, they just, their eyes are everywhere.
Provo back to even strength.
As that penalty has been served. Bulldogs back to even strength here. This will be Yossi.
On the hanging hash, we'll have to see what she decides to do. Oh.
And able to score first of the game for Anna Yossi.
Great decision. I like that.
I've been saying Yossi Yowsi. My apologies to Anna.
I would have said the same thing.
For athletes to perform their best, they require the best. For over 100 years,
Nice take there on that hanging hash. I mean, that's a tough angle
Absolutely.
shot and able to just get Wise to move a little bit.
Yep, and then come back to your strong hand. I like that move.
Those final seconds ticking away here. Third quarter coming to a close. It's a 10-goal lead as we head to the fourth here in the 4A state semifinal. Start of our fourth, 12-2. Bear River looking set to return to a 4A state championship game. Been impressive today, and while the scoreboard is heavily favored for the top-seeded Bears, you got to love the effort Provo put in that third quarter. We talked about Layton, the goalie for Provo today. In the first half, she had a number of saves. I don't know if she. I mean, there were a couple of goals for Bear River, but certainly didn't have the same pressure or the same amount of shots that she had to face that she did in that first half.
She's done a great job. Crazier things have happened. They could score a bunch. If it was my team right now, if I was Provo, I would probably come out and say, let's win this quarter. Win this quarter, come out hard, put some pressure on.
Bear River here, very patient.
Looks like they're setting up some sort of stack play up top. Provo's defense handling it very well, making sure there's no open cutters in the middle.
They'll come out here to contest. Criddle. Now they'll bring help.
Moy's starting to put the pressure on getting the ball back.
Wilkinson trying to find room in the middle. And that's saved by Layton.
Good confidence builder right outside of the fourth quarter.
They get the defensive stop. Now working here in transition. Here comes Thompson. Now pass for Barry, too tall. Back to Bear River. Here comes Pearson. Intercepted by Moyes.
That was a beautiful interception. That's got to feel good for Moyes.
Moser. Coming right through, that deflected out of the air. Nice defense there by Page.
Oh, dang it. It was a good look.
Trying to kick that there. Yeah, the cover.
Yep.
Tell you, Bear River, I mean, sticks up. They play those passing lanes so well, Coach.
They do. I love seeing their big defense. Getting your stick up in the lane. So not only you can knock it down, but you also can cover those passing lanes so they don't look open.
Wise, that clear, found a way through. Webb trying to possess.
Oh, another cover.
Call here for the cover. Back to Provo. Bear River fans didn't like that one.
Oh.
Allen trying to maintain it here for Bear River. Instead, it's Martin.
It'd be interesting to see the ground ball stats on this game. How many each team has.
Moser, that's cut off. That pass, tough to get through.
Speaking of, there's a great ground ball.
Charge there. Not much she could have done in that situation.
Nope.
Martin here to start. Into Moyes. And that was jarred loose.
3 seconds call on Bear River.
will be Moyes. 8-meter opportunity. Coming in. Moyes going top shelf and scoring.
Beautiful shot.
Provo goal number 3, Izzy Moyes.
Second goal today for Izzy.
That time of possession is proven off
Yeah.
for Provo.
That stops the running clock here. Is inside 10 goals
that's
now.
right.
In fact, I think back-to-back Bear River goals. I think it was 12-1.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
This draw gathered by Wilkinson. Moyes here going to get called for that.
Good call. You can tell that Moyes wants this
Bear
game.
River takes the time.
Bear River going to take a timeout here. Coach Webb wanted to help his team remain focused. We'll step aside, be right back. You're watching the 4A semifinal on KSLSports.com. Bear River possession. Wilkinson starting. This is where we'll get into some fun conversation here with Coach Nash. It's
I love it.
not often we get to talk with Nash on air, right? So, Coach, how do you feel like the state of the girls' game is right now? Any rule changes or things you'd like to see changed?
Oh, that's a good question. I should have been prepped ahead of time.
Yeah, I didn't warn you.
I get a lot of questions about the helmets, if they should be made mandatory, and my answer is a firm, hard no. I think if helmets were supposed to be mandatory, you'd see NCAA teams wearing helmets, and you don't. Or you'd
Interesting.
see the WLL wearing helmets, and you don't. My opinion is that helmets actually make players feel like they're invincible or make them actually charge through more often. So there's a rule change that I think shouldn't happen.
Okay.
Another one that might be coming down the pipeline is shooting or shot clock. I think that one, it started on the East Coast a little bit with New York trying a high school shot clock.
That's one for me that wouldn't shock me if
Yeah.
we saw.
I think it will come down. And that, I think, will change the game pretty dramatically.
It will.
Teams will be forced to change their offensive movement and even change defense.
I mean, even situations like this,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
We've seen that impact basketball quite a bit in high school.
Yeah. I go back and forth. There's times when I'm all for it.
Depends on if you're up or down, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think for higher level teams, I don't think that's going to be an issue. But I think there's lower level teams that are going to really, really struggle to have any success.
See, and
a
we
shot
heard
clock.
that argument a lot with basketball too, and I actually think it has helped raise the floor of some of those
You
teams
think
that have
so?
struggled in the past because they have to,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I think it really does draw out better coaching, better play, better execution.
Good.
I think it
Good.
advances the game, personally.
Awesome.
At least that's how I feel like for basketball.
Yeah. Good. It will be interesting. I'd love to do some testing on it.
This
See
one
how that goes.
lost. Bear River, though, good couple minutes of possession. Is Provo now working up near line. Barry
Unlucky pass.
lost that. This will stay
Push
here with
call.
Bulldogs. Coach, how do you see the girls' game growing in the state from where we were, 2-3 years ago?
I think it's going to keep going up. I mean, you see, for example, like we talked about, Bear River's youth program is booming. Brighton's youth program is booming. I think it's just going to keep growing and growing. And what we've seen is people love soccer and people are getting burned out of soccer and they're trying to find new sports to play. So in the club world, there's more and more club teams blowing up as well. So there's going to be more opportunities. Fun fact, there's more college lacrosse scholarships than most other female college lacrosse opportunities.
One of the things for me, I mean, you hear a lot about, gymnastics and basketball and all the headliners, right? But it is about, go find the right opportunity, because I know tennis and golf, those have been somewhere it's like there's extra scholarships that aren't being used.
Exactly.
And women's lacrosse are great examples. Go create a niche in a sport, a talent in a sport, and use that, right?
There's lots of opportunity to play. What I've always told my players, if you want to play college lacrosse, there's an opportunity for it. You just have to find the right fit. So, I think it's going to keep growing and growing. It's been fun to see more teams, more high schools get teams, and I think it's going to keep going that way.
That's awesome. We welcomed in Region 9 this year in 4A. Moser here on the 8-meter start.
Good defensive stop.
Yeah. We reset here. Coach, you have a unique opportunity. You talked about Coach Jensen helping with the national team. You are also associated with the national team. Help us understand what that looks like, what that is.
Yeah, the Utah national team actually has been happening in Utah for a long time. I participated on the Utah national team.
Nice save there by Wise.
It's a team that takes the best 20 players from Utah who try out back to participate in the national tournament. So all the states get to put together a team playing in the national tournament, and Coach Megan Jensen is one of the coaches. Angie from Mountain Ridge is the other coach. So a bunch of girls going to Boston this weekend to represent Utah, which is an awesome opportunity for them.
Boys working inside. That shot didn't get through. How does Utah do in those tournaments?
We do okay. Depends on the division that we're in.
Webb looking up. Try to go right back. Nice defense there.
I have been really impressed today with Provo's fast break defense. I love their fast break defense.
Page. We'll send this up now with Kierstead. We're inside 2 to go here.
While we're in Boston, we also get to see the NCAA Division I championship game.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so really cool opportunity for our Utah girls to see lacrosse at the highest level. Really awesome.
Yeah, that's a super cool, super unique opportunity there.
Yeah.
Wilkinson thought about it.
Good pump fake.
Lost her
Good
footing.
no call.
We talk about this Bear River team averaging 20 goals per game. The fewest they've scored this year is 13, so right now they're below that number. If this score holds, trying to change that, jarred loose.
Provo should be really proud of this defense they've played today.
Really, I mean, it jumps out to what, an 8-1 first half?
Yeah.
I think the response, when you're down 8-1 and you have that kind of a response in the second half, you got to be thrilled with the way that your team hung in there and fought in a really tough game.
I think they have won this fourth quarter. They've scored.
Shot there, just bounced wide.
I think they've scored 1, and I don't think Bear River has scored in this fourth quarter.
I don't think so. Not by my count. I had 12-2 coming into this fourth.
Good
Webb
slide
on it
help.
here. Slips through and does score.
Bear River goal, number 30, Janine Webb.
That's a hat trick now for Janine Webb, the freshman.
She's going to be a fun one to watch as she grows up.
Takes a timeout.
And Provo here taking a timeout. 28 seconds left. We're actually going to stay here
Awesome.
because we have a chance to talk to Coach Nash. So, Coach, tell me what's a unique tradition in your Brighton lacrosse program?
That's a great question. We started a couple years ago, thanks to our coach Ryan Coombs. Every game day we give a ribbon to our players, and that ribbon represents a word. So it could be momentum or energy or hustle or heart or teamwork. And they take that ribbon and they tie it to their cleats. So when they make a mistake or score a goal or whatever, they can look down at their cleats and see that blue ribbon of the day represents teamwork or hustle. And then it's really cool because when our JV players, we can pick a couple of JV players to play up for a game. They can have 3 or 4 ribbons for the year that represent those 3 games that they played up for. So if you come to a Brighton game and you look at all the girls' cleats, they have, I mean, some of them, like our freshman players that have played on varsity their 4 years, they have dozens and dozens of cleats tied on, dozens and dozens of ribbons tied on their cleats, which is a fun tradition that we have. So it's even passed on to some of the teams outside of Brighton.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. Actually, Angie from Mountain Ridge told me today that she does that on her team now.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's been a fun tradition.
(13-3) here.
28 seconds left.
Has to be Moyes in to take this draw. Three-time defending state champions in 4A, Bear River, looking to return back to a state championship game. Here's Scott, 15 seconds left. Can Provo, coach, as you put it, win this quarter with a late goal?
Yes, they've done a great job. Their possession this second half has been awesome as well.
Yossi trying to wrap around, can't get a shot away. Bear River is returning to defend their state championship. 13-3, Bear River able to defeat Provo. Coach, your final thoughts of our semifinal?
I thought the goalies played awesome. Izzy Moyes has a great season, great career at Provo. Congratulations to her, and congratulations to Bear River heading to the state championship.
It was an impressive game. I love the fight from Provo in that second half. Once they were down big, they continued to battle, but just too much from Bear River today as the Bears remain undefeated on the year. Going to try to cap it off, remain perfect on Thursday. You can come catch the 4A state championship game at Zions Bank Stadium. If you can't come out to Harriman, come join us on the stream. We'll have it for you live right here on KSLSports.com. For Tino Psyche, Melissa Nash, my name is Dean Stewart. Thanks for joining us. Bear River 13-3 over Provo, returning to the 4A state title game.